Hey, this is the final video for this week, and it's just to warm you up for the homework and to derive some interesting lessons from the guided activity that we're doing. So I'm purposefully taking you through a process of asking questions of data sets and the importance of asking the right questions and how changing the question a little bit might actually lead to quite different answers. So we started with the question of whether, the major category, and we're talking engineering versus the other two major categories that were of preference to our imaginary cousin, if they affect, if there are differences between these categories regarding the median salary that graduates receive once they start working. And we found that engineering, that there is an effect of major category, and that engineering does make engineers, right, engineering majors do end up making more money. The median salary is higher, right? Specifically, the median salary is higher for engineers than those that majored in either computer science and mathematics or physical science. Now, the cousin wasn't satisfied with the answer, and I think she spinned the question in the right direction because, she's confident that she will be good at what she does if she does what she likes, which is computer and mathematics and physical science. She'll get top salaries in those areas. So maybe it would be better to compare top salaries, not just median salaries. And we did, and results did not change. So I want to push and say that the cousin was still not satisfied because she thought that she needs to check something different, because in fact, she didn't think that it was a fair comparison to only look at top salaries in engineering versus top salary in computer and mathematics and top salaries in physical science majors. Because if she does engineering, she feels that she cannot guarantee that she'll be top because it's not something she really likes. She doesn't think she likes as much. So she thinks if she goes for engineering, she is likely, that's her reasoning, she's likely to get just average salaries, right? So the salary that she's expecting to get if she goes with engineering is just the median salary of the category, because she doesn't think she's going to be a top engineer because she doesn't really like that. But if she goes on to do what she likes, which is computer science, or computer or physical science, then she thinks she can be the top. So the imaginary cousin decided that what she really needed to check is whether the most typical salary for engineers, the one she thinks she will likely, she'll be likely to get, given that she'll be doing something she's not passionate about, is different from top-notch salaries of the other two majors that she believes that she is what she will get if she does what she loves. So this is what she wants you to now look into, and that's what you will look into in your independent activity. So for that, and I shouldn't call it homework, I should call it independent activity primer. So for that, I created a data set called homework, which is identical to the major data, but with a new variable called top to average. Because that's a variable that will have the average salary for engineers, meaning I should say the 5th percentile, the median salary for engineers, and will have the 75th percentile salary of physics majors, physical science majors, and computer and mathematics majors. So I'll say again, I created a new variable with salaries for the 3 categories, but those salaries will be the median salary of engineers and the top salaries of the 2 categories. She wants to make that comparison, and she thinks it's a fair comparison because she thinks that if she goes on to do what she loves, she'll tend to get those top salaries. But if she goes on to do engineering, she maybe just be, a middle of the ground type of engineer and get a middle of the ground type of seller. So she wants us to perform that comparison. So that's what you will do for the independent activity. That's it for this week's material. Remember, next week is our midterm. So in addition to working through your guided activity and your independent activity, please take some time to review the materials, see where you have questions. I hope you guys can show up for the live session. And if you want a specific session for Q&A with me or Dalton, please reach out so that we can, so you can get some time with us to ask questions in case you can't make it to Wednesday. Okay, that's it. So I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.